Good morning, guys. I've seen it. Sorry about that. I've stopped smoking and 4 weeks into it. One of these vaporizer things. Right, here we go. Start again. Good morning, guys. Right. I watched Iron Fist yesterday. I stayed in for 13 hours and watched the whole lot. And then I spent an hour and a half watching reviews on it last night. And this is going to be my take on Iron Fist. How did I feel overall about Iron Fist? I have to pause on that. Right, I'm back again. I was sort of disappointed with this. The whole thing, it had its moments. I found the first episode, when the first one started, where Danny Rand walks into Rand Meacham, as it used to be called in the comic, or Rand Enterprises, whatever. I found all that quite good. Like, you know, it went with that sort of this, like, hipster looking sort of homeless guy going in, arty looking, going in and beating everybody up in reception, turning upstairs and meeting all the characters, you know, getting into office and they didn't recognise him and they throw him out. And then it all got a bit stupid after that. It was like a couple of episodes which just, I don't know, when they locked him up in mental asylum, that really didn't do anything for me. And I'm going to go into that in a minute. I'm going to do this 3 episodes at a time, I think. First 3 episodes, the first 2 episodes sort of liked. I liked the Meachams. I liked Wendell. I thought he was a very interesting character. Was that his name? Brother Joyce's brother. I liked him because he became something. He wasn't really the baddie, really. He just was doing what he thought were right. We managed to see bits of Kun Lun. I was a bit annoyed. I thought we might have been going with a full origin over the series, like more flashbacks to looking at Kun Lun. Seeing Lee Kung the Thunderer, all the characters from the comics that were in, you know, Kun Lun and stuff. Even like Master Khan, one of the major baddies, it's in the Iron Fist series. There have been hints. The hand thing was ridiculous. I found that there was another faction of the hand. I like Madame Gao. I thought she was brilliant in Daredevil and her other appearances. It's obviously building to the Defenders with her going to be one of the main protagonists in it. The Finn Jones as Danny Rand, I didn't have a problem. I thought he was a really good actor. The cast in this was superb. I just think the writing let it down. I'm a big fan of Power Man and Iron Fist. I've said this before. I used to buy all the comics, and I loved their chemistry. Luke Cage and Danny Rand. It just worked beautifully, and I know that, because of where he's been for 15 years, he's going to be a bit gullible, you know, and a bit naive, you know, coming back into the world all these years later. I sort of go with that, I accept that, and I thought Finn Jones played that beautifully, you know. And he was very compassionate, especially with the homeless guy in the park and stuff like that. He just didn't register material wealth, his character, and I liked all these beautiful qualities about him. But then the best character for me was the father, the Meacham father, him. I thought he was one evil piece of nasty, manipulative piece of work, playing everybody off. But the build up to him and the big battle at end, I know that he couldn't die and he kept coming back, and if he took his head off, you know, it was alright. But I thought it should have been, if they were going to make a villain, it should have been him. And I think they should have kept the... You could have done all this without the hand being involved. I understand why they brought it in to simplify it. You know, because the hand is more sort of Daredevil in it, really. And the Lecter and stuff. But in the comics, I don't think it was mentioned in early days, the hand. You know, that was a separate entity. I like the thing when he goes down, taking triads on. I mean, I like all that. I also found that he got beat up too easily. You're talking Iron Fist here. This guy's been an Avenger. I mean, this guy can go in a room and basically take everybody out. There were scenes where he did get taken down, which sort of annoyed me, and I found the thing with the fist bloody annoying. It was just like a torch. I wanted to see energy, you know, pulsating on the side, energy all over the fist. And it would have been nice to have seen the costume at the end of the series, that he brought the costume with him. You know, I would, because this was the whole highlight for me. I really wanted to see that. You know, like, because we saw it in Daredevil. Daredevil was superb. But as we were going on this journey with him, I found that some of the characters were getting a bit boring. There were episodes where they were half asleep. I thought I started speeding 1 or 2 episodes just up a little bit just to get through it, because it was getting monotonous. I think 10 episodes would have been enough for this. I think 13 were too much. I really do. And I think a lot of things, it were too spread out, could have been more condensed. I mean, like I said, the cast was superb. The whole cast were brilliant. I liked her that played Colleen Wing. She's English. I went on Wikipedia last night looking some at cast members. I forgot her name now. And she's marvellous. She was great as Colleen Wing. I totally could see her getting on with Misty Knight, you know, because they're best friends, aren't they? You know, they set up that investigation agencies, Misty and the Barney Carmen and stuff. You know, and I just thought they worked awesome. You know, especially Rosario Dawson's character, she was brilliant. I love her connection. Poor woman stuck in this world of all these super types, fighting crime and stuff, and she's on a mission. Madame Gao manipulating everything were beautiful. Now, this is where I've got a problem. Now, I could handle her being like a sort of half evil, half not villain, serving under somebody else, which I thought was going to be Sigourney Weaver in The Defenders. You know, I thought she would be behind all, because they kept going the Master. It ended up where we got Colleen Wing and the Bushido lot. That would just annoyed me. Another section at hand, arrested Madame Gao, locked her in a room, and they're all like, what point in that? You never even really found out their true agenda. They were getting this army together for what? You know, unless all this is going to be sort of tied up in Defenders. I mean, it must have been that lot that attacked Kunlun. I even like the thing with Davos when he turned up, because I wondered when Steel Serpent were going to come into it. And he was disappointed because he was just jealous that he got the Iron Fist, he was chosen. But he's the son of Thunderer back in Kunlun. I really wanted to see him. You know, these characters. I mean, it was a bit too all over the place. You know, there were two. It was like it started livening up by episode 10. It was just after episode you got a bit of life in it. It livened up, and then I started losing interest in episode 11, and then in 12 it sort of pumped up a bit, and then 13 it wrapped all these things up, and it opened a load of things, and then that were it. He went back to Kunlun, which I thought was just, you know, he took her with him, and the place had been destroyed. That's obviously the hand that's done that, and they said that. That's why he's probably got that army together to attack him. You know, but I mean, you got thousands of warrior bloody monks in there. They're going to kick ass out there, you know. And they were all a bit lame back him guarding the fucking gateway. I mean, he didn't do that in the comics. He defended Kunlun. That was his job, but... You know, it would have been a story about him coming back to New York to find out what had happened to his family and get vengeance. And I found the lost track of that somewhere. It wasn't the Iron Fist sort of read in the comics. I know it's got to be different, but I just think they lost a lot of potential. Out of Jessica Jones, Daredevil, and Cage, this is the worst one. I mean, I don't know if you agree with me. It's all right. I'm going to give this a 2.5 out of 5. Do you know what I mean? I was expecting so much from this. I just didn't want to handle it lit up like a torch. I wanted power on that hand. And I wanted to see him do so much more with it like he does in the comics. You know, when he's fighting and energy's waving behind his hand and all that. And he should, I mean, brilliant when that car went to him at first. Second episode, he just jumps over it. He should have been doing more of that. There were the scene in the lift, which were impressive. There were a load of them at lift, he fucking did them all. That was great. But he sort of like didn't match up to who and what he was. He meant to be his living weapon, you know. People can't even creep up on the guy because his nose, but the white guy, when he was burning medical records, knocked him out. He shouldn't have been able to do that to him. You know, so I just got disappointed in parts. It had potential, but it lost itself. I don't know. I mean, it opens it up for Defenders. There were mentioned the man with the unbreakable skin, the alcoholic private detective, the Devil of Hell's Kitchen. I mean, yeah, they were mentioned. I think having an appearance by one of them would have made this a lot better for me. You know, more credible, I think. It just lacked a lot. I feel let down with this. So that's I'm not knocking the cast, and it's just the writing was just, it was so off kilter for me. I'd say I enjoyed half the 13 episodes that were out, but it was a long drag getting through from like certain episodes to the next one. Honestly, I was both stiff. But roll on season 2. I'm going to stick with it because it's, you know, it's Marvel, it's Iron Fist. So I will see you on the next review, guys. That's my opinion, overall opinion of Iron Fist. Let me know in the comments what you think. You know, if you enjoyed it, fair enough. But for me, it were a half dead one. Alright guys, please share and subscribe. Give this video a like. See you on the next one.